I need to hear myself. What's happening, guys? I am live from Reno. So I wanted to come on to make sure that you guys know, if you can hear me, that's why I got to do this. Yeah, I want to make sure that you guys know that I will not be live for the Big Brother tonight. I evacuated. So I decided to do a few things. We evacuated due to the storm heading to my hometown. My hometown is a little town called Vinton, Louisiana. That's right outside of Lake Charles, Louisiana. And I'm sure you've heard of that by now. So I will not be live because I can't even watch Big Brother where I am right now. So I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys that that's why we won't have an episode. Now, I may be able to watch it after they post it live. After, maybe tomorrow. Then, because I really want to do my player's performance. That's tomorrow sometime, maybe a little late coming in with that. We don't know right now. It's just really hard to get everything done because of the evacuations. All my kids lived in Lake Charles, so they evacuated as well. They live in Lake Charles. They won't be able to get back home for a while. So we don't know what's happening with all that. Again, I just wanted to come on here. I could have came on here with some of the guests, but then I wouldn't have watched the show. And I don't think that's fair for anybody for me to sit there and wing it, which I probably can do. Well, I know I can do it. I just like to know what I'm saying. Well, what's happening with that episode. So I decided not to go on for Big Brother and just to come live and talk to you guys. Maybe do a Q&A. We could do a little Q&A while we're here. See behind me? You see my halo right there? It's a halo. So we'll do a little Q&A, talk about a little bit of things. What's up in the world of, I don't know. I'm surely not going to talk about what's happening in sports. We don't want to do that. That's depressing. So, because I'm in Reno and, I'm playing the games because I'm in Reno and I'm implementing it with TRHS Sports. So when, Phil does his picks, I play that pick and then we have some content. You can go to TRHS Sports and see the content. We won. Our first pick was 202. What was it? 220. We came out with $420 with that bet, and we had like 4 bets today for on the card for TRHS Sports, and all the games were postponed. Every single one. So, this wasn't part of Phil's pick, but I had to do it. I made a bet anyway. So I bet he did actually. He said if I was going to do anything, I would do the Reds plus 135. That's what that is right there. So he's like, go with the Reds 135. The Brewers ain't really hitting that well right now. They're in a slump. So I'm like, okay, I'll put 100 to win 135. So that's what I did. What's happening? Eagle Turtle. I watched some of your YouTube stuff. Great stuff. Oh, I thought that was my daughter for a second because I said, I love you, Russell. But my daughter wouldn't say I love you, Russell. But her name is Hannah. I'm Hannah's favorite contestant. What are the odds of Hannah being real? Because I don't think that's really you, Hannah, in that picture. I think you're trying to catfish me. With all these millions of people watching, Hannah's trying to catfish me. Hey, Hannah's trying to catfish me.
What's she doing?
She said that she loved me.
Why do you think that's a catfish?
Because her picture was a pretty girl.
Oh, please.
What?
Pretty girl's gonna love you.
Pretty girls don't love me.
They're gonna love you.
Pretty girls don't love me.
Yes, they do. Your daughter.
She said she's real. She's real. Well, I'm in Reno, Hannah. What we got right here? We got I'm dinging. Slide into Hannah's DMs. Somebody said. So yes, can you see the background here? I'm in Reno. That's the mountains behind me. We don't see many mountains where I come from. When it comes to Big Brother, because that's what this is about, not doing Big Brother. So talk a little bit about that. I think it's right now it's a predictable season, and usually predictable seasons suck. When it comes to Survivor, I think now that we look back, she's gonna come visit me, guys. She said, "Hit me up. I'll come visit you." Wink face.
Alrighty then.
So anyway, now when we watch, everybody watch what Winners of War, and it's like everybody's like, "Oh, it's the best thing ever, best thing ever." Now it's like, it was okay. It was an okay season. It was an okay season. Wasn't the best ever. You know, when you're talking about heroes versus villains and Micronesia, those were super good seasons. It didn't compare to stuff like that. Now, what happens is they overhype. I was talking to a legend of the game. I'm not going to say this person's name, but this person was like, we were talking about the characters in the games and how they're different now. Like you had characters like Rupert, Ozzy, which Ozzy, you know, he's just a beast and challenges, but James, Courtney, Corinne, you know, those characters, Coach, myself, Fair Play, Rob, you know, you can go on, Richard Hatch, you can go on and on with the names that you might think that they're legends, right? Now, look at the new schoolers, Nick, Adam, Sophie, Michelle. Should I say any more? You see what I'm saying? The characters have changed. I'm not saying these people, Sarah, stuff like that, they're not great players. I'm not saying they're not great players, because they are. But you have Tony, but even Tony, yes, Tony's likable. He is good for TV, but is Tony even compare to the characters that I just named? To a Courtney or to a Corinne or to a Russell Hantz, Johnny Fairplay? It's just things are different now between old school and new school. The new school players play more aggressive when it comes to the tools that they are given. So the new school players, they play really good when it comes to that. Strategic plan, yes, everything, they're really good at. But when it comes down to being a character, you know, being something more than life, more than what you're watching, being the Dragon Slayer, we don't have that at all. Ben, I mean, we have people breaking down on national television for $1 million and saying, no, you take it. Here, you can have it. You deserve it. No, you deserve it if you're busting your butt out there playing Survivor because it's so hard and it's $1 million for your family. That's what I keep telling them. Like, it's for your family, man. It's for your family. So it's changed. The way that people view the game is different as well. It's not as fun. It's just not. I don't care what anybody says. It's not as fun as it used to be. Now all you have is straight. They go in there as their self, you know. They'll go there playing like who they are, like, you know, and it's just not interesting doing that. Reno is beautiful. It's right behind me. So, when it comes to going back to Big Brother, when it comes to that type of players, look at the old school players in Big Brother. You have Janelle, you have Kaser, you have Enzo, you have Memphis, you have all these. You might not like Memphis, but he's there. Do you really know that David's there? Nicole, the only reason she's there is because you hear her whiny voice all the time, crying. That's the only reason she's there. Yeah. David, I can't wait to do my player's performance to talk a little bit more about David. It is a slap in the face when someone plays a game and they don't even know the small details of the game. They don't know what to do. He doesn't know how to strategically play the game because he's never even watched it. David's never watched the game. How is that even a thing? You telling me he's quarantined for 14 days and he's not going to watch a season? David, that is terrible. You're gonna go into a Big Brother house and you ain't even gonna know what a veto is. He didn't know what a veto was, guys. And then when you have someone like Memphis say, you don't belong here, basically, is he wrong? It's disrespectful. It's embarrassing for CBS. It's embarrassing for Big Brother to have someone like that does not know anything about the game. Guys, go watch some of my players' performance. Go watch my last two. I was pulling for David. I was like, you never know. This guy could be a Russell Hantz. Nobody knows him. You never know. He could be a Dan, I said. He's not. He's not even close. He's not a Judd. Judd's my boy and all, but he can't even come close to someone like that. He's a terrible player. Should not be playing this game. And it's a shame that they I don't know who cats that dude. What did you cats him for? You didn't say, when you play Survivor, guys, this is what happens. They say, do you know the show? I did not. I said, no, I don't know it. But I can learn it. You better believe I'll learn it. They said, okay, watch these. And they gave me 4 or 5 seasons. In a 5-day period, I watched like 2.5 seasons. Just kept them running. And I learned that game fast. I was sitting there saying, I'd do this. I would do this. This is what I would do different. You put yourself in this situation and then you strategically try to figure out how to get out. It's almost like playing chess by yourself. You make a move. You look at that board. You make the move. Then you think like the opposite person and then you make the other move. So you're playing each other, but every time you make a move, you think differently every time. So I put myself in the position of someone like Korean when I watch, like Coach when I watch his season. What would I do in that position? How could I get myself out of this or that or whatever is happening? You would think that David would do that. And he didn't. He didn't watch the show. What excuse does he have? What can you tell me? Anybody there? Anybody? Can you say that you appreciate Dave being on All Stars when he hasn't watched the show? He doesn't know what a veto is? A lot of people was upset when Memphis said, hey, you don't belong here. So now you got to prove yourself. To me, it's like, okay, I'll prove you right. I do need to prove myself because I was out early before. That's not going to happen to me again. Then you have people trying to work with him. He's going crazy, guys. I mean, I did watch I've read something last night to where this might happen in the episode right now. I don't know. But he is trying to, he's telling all his plans and all his secrets, alliance secrets to to Bailey. And then Bailey's like, oh, no, I got to fact check this. So he's like, oh, no, what do I do? So he goes to Tyler and tells Tyler, hey, I just messed up. I told Bailey everything. So it's like, he's like, man, you can't do that. So he's upset. I'm sure that something like that's going to be happening in the episode now. So I don't know. It's just not attractive for CBS or Big Brother to have somebody in their house, an all-star, mind you. He's an all-star. Like, he was chosen to be an all-star in an amazing game, Big Brother. He was the one chosen out of all these people that could have been chosen. They choose someone that doesn't even know. He doesn't even watch the show. He didn't even watch his season. I mean, I can go on and on about that, but I'm not. So it's two different sides when it comes to the old school and the new school players. You know, there are two different types of players in both games, and it seems like the new school players in Big Brother, they're not as savvy as the new school players in Survivor. Not even close. You have Cody, you have Tyler, you have all this bro love stuff going on that doesn't seem you're gonna have to gun for these people sooner or later. And that's all they do. Oh, hey man, you my bro. Let's be in an alliance together because we dudes. You don't see that in the Survivor world. I mean, if you do see it, you don't see much of them, that type of person lasting that long. I'm trying to think who went in as like, let's do a bro thing. I mean, it's just like gameplay. You only have 39 days. That might have a lot to do with it too. You have 39 days, you're in and out of Survivor. You get in there, you're playing hard right off the bat. And then Big Brother, you're there damn near 3 months. So then you have to work your way through, a maze the entire time, but slowly. Maybe they just want someone they can hang out with, work out with, and that type of thing. I don't know. I would play totally different if I was in the Big Brother house. I would attach myself to someone that was on the block every time. Of course, I would think it through. You got to think it through, and you may have to change your mind. You may do things differently. But you got to realize those people that's on the block are desperate. And when you're desperate, ask a crack whore what she would do for $20 if she ain't got crack. Just saying. She'll probably do just about anything because she's desperate. So, same difference. You're desperate. You're in the house. You ain't getting crack, but you're getting saved. So you're gonna do whatever it takes to stay in that house, and then you feel loyalty for this person that gave you some crack. I mean that. For loyalty for this person that saved your ass. Might be a rough analogy, but you get it. Don't you? You understand? You do understand what I'm saying. It's like, man, that's a little rough, but I get it. Oh, yeah. We don't want to go that route. So are you sure it's a safe site? I don't know what that means. Yes. Oh, I don't know what happened. Is it over? Is the episode over? Hey, can you give me this? Plug it up for me. So I don't even know what happened. So somebody just said first time ever Casers in the house without Janelle. They didn't have a twist or anything. Nothing crazy happened. I thought they was going to do to be honest with you guys, I thought they were going to try to save, it's right there. I thought they was going to try to save Janelle somehow. I'm dying here. Yeah, so I thought they was going to try to save her some, that's what you would do. Try to save Janelle. But they didn't. I guess they didn't. Did she go home? No twist. Janelle got voted out 9-2. And we always say, oh, they fix this and they fix that. Guys, if they're going to fix anything at this point, they're going to fix. Look, I got the wrong emblem up here all this time. There it is. They're going to fix this one. If they're going to fix anything for Big Brother, this is the one they need to fix, because everything is starting to look like we know exactly. So far, every single time on my player's performance, go check it out, guys. If you ain't watched it yet, I think you enjoy it. Every single time on my player's performance, I told you, from the exception of one person that I was flip-flopping with, who was going to be on the block, who was going to go home. It's too easy. When things become easy, people stop watching. But they need to do what's right for the show, and they need to be fair. And even though they know they wanted to keep Janelle, they wanted to keep Janelle, they let her go. But you got to respect that when it comes to production. Because every single person out there constantly says, oh, they saved Paul because of this. Yes, it looks weird, some of the things they do. But if anybody you're going to save anywhere, wouldn't it be Janelle? I'll tell you who I want out the house, and that's Nicole. I can't stand her whiny voice. I can't stand it. So again, guys, for you that's just joined us, I did not watch the show. We're not doing a live. Can you fix it? It just says live right now. That's all it says. This is just a talk, whatever. You've been hearing it. You know what to say. So David is trash at this game. Somebody said, yes,
Yeah.
he is. You cannot defend that.
Train wreck.
So I'm not doing my live with a house guest because we evacuated and we couldn't get there. We couldn't watch it. I could probably watch it now because it's over, but we thought we'd be able to watch it live on CBS. But then when it happened, we went to it, tried to watch it, and then it just gave us the local news in Reno. Oh, we don't want to watch the local news. What happened to Hannah? Did Hannah leave us? What's happened, Joshua? What's happening? So, yeah, I'm here in Reno. If anybody wants me to make a bet for them, slide in my DMs. But it's 10%. Then I Venmo you the money. That would be a pretty cool little gig there, actually. I'll bet it for you. You pay me 10% of the winnings. Bam. I Venmo you the money if you win. I'm like a bookie. I don't know if that's legal here or not. It's not legal here. I'm not a bookie. I'm not like a bookie. Hannah says she's coming.
Directions.
A bookie. Super illegal. Okay, I'm not a bookie.
Sounded good.
You see what I'm saying, though. You see what route I'm going. Why is it illegal? I mean, I'm in a state that gambles. Somebody be knocking on my door. Excuse me, sir. Do I like talking about Survivor? I mean, it's it's basically what basically what I do for a living now. Oh, Hannah's from H-Town, she says. Go ahead and put your number right there and see if there's only 57 people watching. You think anybody would text? Think anybody would call her if she puts her number right there?
If she's a pretty girl.
Thousands.
I'm sure. Plus, other people will see it.
Yeah, people would call you.
Yeah.
You might not want to do that.
Waiting to happen for her.
She says, I'm back in. Did you evacuate? H-Town. So yeah, we're here, and since we're here, we're killing two birds with one stone, and we're doing the TRHS Sports. If you haven't subscribed to that yet, please subscribe. Getting some good stuff. I've won $420. I'm winning money now. Like we winning, even though couldn't bet nothing today. I bet one thing today. That's just my winnings. Winnings. I'm dropping all my money. I'm dropping it. Just dropping it all. So that's my winnings. We're just, like I said, we're trying to build the sports brand. If you guys haven't watched, check that out. So again, that's all I wanted to do, guys. I wanted to come on here. If you haven't checked out our Patreon group, check it out. We have a lot of fun. We're going on a cruise in April. We have 31 rooms, 32 rooms booked. We have Sarah Lucina, we have Michaela Wingle, and Libby. What is Libby's last name? I'll just call her Libby Monday. I know Monday's not her last name. Libby. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. We're going on the cruise, 7 days. Huh? Ghost Island, Libby. 7 days. If you want to support the show, I'd really appreciate it. We do games also where you can play. You can go in and play. We went against Johnny Fairplay. We beat them. Now we have a game against Phil and Alexa. When is that game happening? I thought we was doing that game.
We're doing it now.
They're doing it right now?
Yes, you know that.
How come I'm not involved with it?
You know that.
Did you send me the link?
Yes, many times.
Where is it at? Send me the link again, please, so I can go on there. Because every time last time you would send me the link and then I would go on there. So we're playing the game right now with the Survivor Specialist. It's like a online Survivor type game. Really, really fun. So yeah, Hannah, come join the Patreon group. I'm gonna put the link of the Patreon group below in the description if you want to check that out. We do tons. I'm really personable with all the patrons. If you have a question, you go in there, you ask me. We talk about it. And it's a lot of fun. So I think you guys will enjoy that. And I think you need to check it out. We are definitely the best Patreon page out there. You just don't know it yet. And the cruise is going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know who your Facebook user, but I probably got that because I got 2 payments today. For another thing we do is we're on the 4th annual fantasy football league. We have a big boy league with $100 a person. Then we have $30 is just the annual Patreon. Winner takes all in that league. The big boy league for $100. I don't know how that's structured, but I don't think it's winner takes all. So we do tons of stuff with the Patreon group. It's at $5 a month at the least. If that's the tier you want to go to, there's other things also we do all types of things. There's tiers where I help you with your Survivor videotape. I talk to my people myself. I've done that already. We're trying to get a few people on, actually, on Survivor. So we do that, and you need to check it out. I know some of you guys come on here and constantly, so check that out. Be more in depth with what we have going on. Our brand is growing. We expect this to grow and be an amazing thing. So if you join today, I'll DM you and we'll talk, because I got plenty of time, drinking a little bit. I'll DM you, we'll talk. So there you go. DM me, tell me you just joined, and we can talk about it. That's all I got, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I apologize for not being able to do the live show today with my guest, but we have a guest lined up for the next 2 weeks. Hopefully we don't have any hurricanes or anything happening, so everything goes smoothly. See my scenery? Yes, this is the outside of the casino. What casino are we at? Peppermill. Even though they're not helping us out with any sponsor, but we're at Peppermill Casino in Reno, Nevada. Reno, Nevada. So I'm going to check my DMs, but I answer when you become a patron. Let me check my DMs. All right, Hannah, hit me up. I'll be in Houston soon. And you the man. That's all you said. That's all you said in my DMs. So join the Patreon. Be closer with our family.
Everything's full.
And that's all. I'm going to our game right now. We're playing or did you send me the link? I'm joining
It's off tonight.
They're off tonight.
Yeah.
So they're off tonight. Tomorrow we have a game happening. So come join us. All right, guys, that's all. Let me go win some money. See ya. Keep hope alive.